Aha! Hello, my friends! Hello, and welcome to, Level Design Hall of Fame. This is another episode that I am redoing because the original one, which I'm sure you can find, but don't, wasn't good enough. I wanted to do a better job of, inducting Half-Life 2. This video is about one specific, level or area. It's Ravenholm. We don't go to Ravenholm. It's ominous. We don't talk about that. Too touchy of a subject of a place. But really this whole game and really everything Valve sort of touches, or at least what they used to touch when they used to make games. But Half-Life 2 and Valve, just like incredible on obviously every facet of how to make a video game. And they are just masters of the craft. And I mean, the way they integrate gameplay and audio and level design and character and world building and storytelling, I mean, all that stuff is so multi-layered and just it's the best. It's how you do first-person shooter games. But I guess specifically for Ravenholm, I guess why this level encapsulates my experience with Half-Life 2 is that it's just, for me, it is just sort of unlike any other game. And yeah, there have been first-person shooters in very dark and scary places, but it just doesn't have the flourishes of the touches or the skill involved in sort of putting together a level like this. So, in the story, you were told that no one goes to Ravenholm, and then you find out why because you're forced to go there through the story. At the sort of crucial point in the plot, which I'm not going to spoil. But follow Freeman. He goes through Ravenholm, and this level is really great because you have the gravity gun and you can sort of plan around with it. But this level sort of forces you and teaches you how to use the gun properly. Early on, there is a setup in the level that shows you when you walk in through one of the main houses. There is a zombie with a head crab that is cut in half by a saw blade, and you say, "Oh, that saw blade killed that enemy." Okay, so then you sort of take it out and you go to the next room, and there's one that walks across, and you think, "Oh, cool, I have the room to try this," and you find out it's effective, and then you sort of find out that the level is sort of giving you incremental +1 little moments to utilize that technique, and so then you run into one of the saw blade traps, and you say, "Oh, they're teaching me how to use this," and then it becomes more effectful, and then they sort of put you to the test and give you a bunch of enemies, and you gotta go, "Okay, I gotta turn it on, I gotta duck, it's gotta clear them, I can move on," and it does that with exploding barrels and with fire and with limited ammunition use, and by the end when you meet Gregory, and he gives you the shotgun, it is so good at pacing and walking you through and making you think about how to get through the puzzles or how to get through the enemies or how to get through the enemies using puzzles, and it is so laborious and is just so fucking good, and the tension ratchets up as you sort of climb up into the buildings. You go higher and higher and you keep moving forward, the momentum, you're trying to get away from the floor, from the street, trying to get away from all the enemies, and then they start getting more nefarious, and they start chasing you, and they're making noises, they're running across on the rooftops, they're getting faster, and then it sort of really ratchets up when you finally get to the ending cemetery, and there's mausoleums, and you're working your way through the graves, and you've got this guy here who is a nut job, but this crazy religious zealot nut job who just loves shooting these fucking things for God. And you go through with him, you're like, "Oh, cool, I got a co-op buddy," and then he like sacrifices himself at the end. I mean, it just the whole way through it is just, chef's kiss. It is so fucking good. It's so brilliant. I love this game. This game is filled with so many other moments like that, but I feel like Ravenholm is just like, from start to finish, it is like, for me, my favorite section of that game, my favorite part of that game. And if you've never played Half-Life or Half-Life 2 or the episodes, if they had kept making more Half-Life, that would be the model everyone copied off of. That was the model. That's how you did a campaign. And then they stopped making them, and then multiplayer got really big with Halo 3 and Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare a couple of years later, and that sort of took off, and then esports. But like, when you look at Titanfall 2, and you look at Dishonored 2, and there's so many other games that take really great ideas from the Half-Life series, imagine if you just had a game of nothing but those fucking great ideas. God, it makes me so mad that Valve doesn't make any games. And I might be doing a video on Portal or Portal 2. It does the same sort of stuff, where it is just world-class design. It makes you feel smart. It's just challenging enough that it sort of ramps up and it sort of forces you to learn it, but it's not like Dark Souls or Bloodborne, where it's like, if you don't get this perfect, you're toast, because you can sort of do it anyway. You don't have to use the saw blades to kill the head crabs. You don't have to use the shotgun to take out the fast zombies. You don't have to do anything in particular, but it gives you the incentives to. It gives you the tools to do it. It teaches you, hey, fire is effective. There are cool little traps you can set up. There are very cool ways you can play with the physics. And that was my favorite part. They used physics in more than just, hey, this is just cool for ragdoll bullshit and just, wacky funny moments. It was really integral in just how you solve the levels and how you got through the world, and how you interacted with things, and how you took on the enemies, and it was just, everything with that game is so great. So I wanted to redo my original episode, because I feel like I've sort of taken away more and more as time has gone on. Valuable lessons from Half-Life 2 on how you fucking make something that just works, and it's ingenious and it's innovative. And I can throw adjectives at you and praise all over the place, but like really playing it that's what you got to do. That's the meat and potatoes. You got to go out and you got to play this goddamn game if you have never done it. I'm looking at you, friends, who I know have not played through the episodes. Because playing is believing, man. That game is like, it is like going through a movie. It's like going through Children of Men. It is just something I've never done in any sort of interactive or non-interactive medium before. There's nothing quite like it. And I know that some people are not attuned to old video game design because they go like, oh, there's not a fucking arrow or marker. There's no map. I don't know where to go. Am I lost? And some of the charm is there. Is sort of like getting a little lost. It's like sort of trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, because that sort of grounds you more. It places you in that world of paranoia and bureaucracy and aliens and all that stuff. And I get it. I know that games have been way more handholdy, and it's sort of easy to get a little turned around and befuddled, but not with Ravenholm. Ravenholm is definitely the thing where you know where you need to go, you know what to do, and it's very good at sort of sprinkling out the med packs and the weapons and pacing out everything, and it's almost just like a song. There's a nice rhythm to everything. So, and Valve is really good also at not just doing that, but directing the player without taking their head and turning and saying, look over there, idiot, or having a big marker or being like, hey, waypoint. They're just really good at directing everything without saying anything. It's all visual. It's all in the level. Naughty Dog does a great job with this. Where you're going, and it makes you look at things, and it, like you notice stuff because Valve sort of highlights it, whether it uses doors or lighting or shadows. Like, you will encounter like moments and ideas based on what Valve does with its direction, and it's just this invisible guiding hand, and it is so good that I hit my microphone with my hand. But thanks for watching. This has been great. I'm inducting all of Half-Life 2 because this is my show and I can do whatever the hell I want. So there you go. Follow me on Twitter at Jared Russo for more. And if you want to talk to me about how amazing this game is, it's the all-time greatest. It's so good. Then talk to me on Twitter about it. And if you disagree, then you're an idiot. And I hate you. Thanks for watching.